So a little context before we get started. I'd say we had transition fatigue even before we made the move to Harbor. We had been with a small BDRIA group, which was acquired by a big national organization that had more than 10,000 advisors in it. We were not happy with the bureaucratic bungling of this big BDRIA group. Didn't have a choice and were sucked into it as a result of, again, this acquisition. I had been looking for a smaller compliance team that I knew would be able to provide us more personal, better support. All the requirements had been met by Harbor. We had specific custodial needs. There were tech tool requirements. Pricing, of course, was important. So it was really down to yet another transition for our clients. But we knew that, of course, the key was really to have good data prepped and ready to go for the transition. I have just recently relooked at the metrics for that transition, occurred about a year ago. We had just under 200 million in AUM with about 2,000 accounts on the eve of our notice. Our clients were using a mix of advisory custodians, both Pershing and Schwab. Pershing for commission accounts, and then also a variety of mutual funds that were held directly with the mutual fund companies. We also used the opportunity to consolidate all the advisory accounts on Schwab and to rationalize our fee structure. But otherwise, the direct mutual funds were as they were, so didn't have to do any kind of major paperwork with that. By the end of the first week after notification, most of our paperwork had been sent out to the clients through DocuSign. Within 30 days, we had about 80% of the assets migrated. About 95% of our assets were migrated by the end of 3 months. And we had a cleaner book, given that we did some of that rationalization I talked about before. So what was the experience? Upon notification and the FINRA switch that Harbor did, we sent our data to Harbor on a Thursday. They processed and prepped the files over the weekend. On Monday morning, Harbor was in our offices training the team on the DocuSign tools. They had already prepped automated templates, and we just needed to apply those templates to the specific clients based on these various things that we were trying to do with our clients in the migration. But the DocuSign accounts were provided and paid for and set up by Harbor, and so the communications kind of came from us, but via DocuSign, all prepped up by Harbor. I think actually the AUM results speak for themselves. The one other element that I would consider is the post-migration support. We moved from Advisor Workstation and Albridge to Morningstar Office. Mike in Harbor's tech support has been great. We've had to standardize data, and it has made for better data experience in Redtail and on Morningstar both. Without question, my operations manager and I feel without doubt that we made the right move. We are back with a small BDRIA where it's easy now to get in touch with senior management and have personal relationships with all the leads in each of the organizational areas. I would also add that they really do have what they call Midwest values, right? They're hardworking, they're respectful, they're willing to go the extra mile to help our mutual clients, and they still remain humble. It's been a great experience.